and praises to Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bashim Achakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone to rule and teach well. Peace of salutation to the elect 144 first fruit. All right, so I have a news article here. The Guardian says America is going down. It says China can capitalize on damage caused by Trump. Former PLA colonel says. Now let's read a little bit. It says the damage caused by Donald Trump to the United States reputation is creating opportunities for China, particularly with regards to Taiwan, according to a retired senior colonel from the Chinese People Liberation Army, PLA. It says speaking to the Guardian in Beijing, Zhao Bo said that Trump was damaging the U.S. reputation more than all of his predecessors combined. By the end of the second term, I believe America's global image will simply become more tarnished. Its international standing will just go down further. Zhao said, he says the people of Taiwan know that America is going down, which might affect their mentality with regards to China. Now, this is true, and then also this is just kind of like shit talk at the same time. Because we know what the scriptures say. Revelation, I just had this up, but it says Revelation 17. Yeah, I'll start at 1. It says, and there came one of the angels which had the 7 vials and talked with me, saying unto me, come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. Although, yes, America is going down, and that is scriptural, they're still sitting on top of your slanted eyes. Matter of fact, let's get Isaiah 16:6. It says, I have heard of the pride of Moab. He is very proud. He is very proud, even his haughtiness, in his pride, in his wrath, but his lies shall not be so. So even though they're out here saying these things, this is Donald Trump, of course. This is Xi Jinping, the president, who I did a lesson on not too long ago, and I mentioned in there how he eliminated or abolished the term limitations of China. So he's going to be the president indefinitely in China, kind of like how Putin is, and kind of how Trump is trying to eliminate the third term ban. He's trying to open that back up. So at the end of the day, what's being said here is just, straight pride out of China's mouth. But America going down isn't far-fetched, and that's not a lie, because they'll say this as in they're next up to rule, when that's not the case. It's definitely not the case. It's definitely not the case. Second Ezra chapter 6. Second Ezra chapter 6 and 8. It says, and he said unto me, from Abraham to Isaac, and when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. It says, the hand of man is betwixt the heel and the hand. Other question Esdras ask thou not. So, Esau is the end of the world. So, meaning an end of an age. So once America goes down, which, that's the Edomites, in a sense, there is no Moabite rule. Russia thinks they're going to rule next. Well, y'all are Edomites. You're the end of the world. Esau is going to be the one to bring that, not the Moabites, not the Ammonites. Okay? So that's why the scriptures talk about the pride of Moab, and it says what? But his lies shall not be so. They need to stop lying. Who's going to be next up to reign? It's going to be Jacob, all right, which is the Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are going to be next up to rule the planet Earth. But first, nations have to get eradicated. That's it. That's simple. Okay? And that's going to come by the hand of Esau because he's the end of the world, just like we read. All right? So let's get Revelation 18:1. It says, and after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And it says, and he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and it is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean, hateful birth. Yes, Babylon the great is fallen, That is the whore that is spoken about in Revelation 17:1, which is America. It says, for all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. Right. And one of those are these Ammonites or China saying that America is going to go down. I can see all this playing out going towards the end of this year, going into the beginning of next, and I'm talking like real contraction type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like to the point where little me and you feel it. You know what I'm saying? We feel the economic collapse. We feel like 2020, everybody felt that shit. You know what I'm saying? Since then, okay, things have changed, of course. Life has changed. It dramatically has changed. But I'm talking about another instance like the year 2020 happening again, but times 5 or some shit, where it's like, okay, here we go. You know what I'm saying? I can see that, and ultimately that will usher in or bring in, the cracking of the skies and the dimensions to, because we're getting to a point where we cannot buy or sell and things of that nature. These prophecies are going to pop off. As time goes on, prophecy continues to be fulfilled. All right. Everything keeps going. All right. That's what the saying, life keeps going. All right. So verse 2, it says, and he cried mightily with a long, loud voice, a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and in the hold of every foul spirit, in a cage of every unclean, hateful bird. It says, for all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornications with her. That's why they're mad. China's mad. That's why they're talking shit. But the shit they're talking is half right. They just have that proud, demeanor, thinking that they're going to be the next up to rule, and that's not the case. It's going to be the Israelites that are going to be the next up to rule. That's why we're fighting here. All right, and I'm saying, we're fighting in the spirit to earn a spot. All right, to be next up to rule. All right, yes, it's going to translate from one to another. It's going to be given, but at the same time, you got to fight for your position. Okay. Prime example, the NFL, they have 100-man roster. No, Slovakia, a 53-man roster. All right. But they start the season with a whole bunch of people. Okay. And that's why you have preseason games, because those preseason individuals are trying to fight for that one spot, because there might be 22 spots already automatically taken off the rip. 22 spots automatically taken. You got another 30 some odd spots left over. You got another 30 some odd spots left over to fulfill, and there's 100 of y'all fighting for it. So you got to put your best foot forward and try to earn that spot to rule And that's what I'm saying in this sense. So it says, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. And since they committed fornication with her, that goes to show you right there that right there in that verse proves that China's not next up to rule, because you committed the same atrocities and acts that these Edomites did. You probably didn't do it on the same level, but you did it. So therefore, you got to pay for that too. So what makes you think you're next up to rule? It says, and the merchants of the earth are wax rich. Salakia. The merchants of the earth are wax rich through the abundance of her delicacies. Exactly. And how did her, speaking about Babylon the Great, because usually a nation is mentioned as a she in the scriptures, how does, what am I trying to say? I lost my train of thought. It says the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. Yeah, so pretty much you, China, committed the same acts, and you kind of got the same benefits off the backs of who? The Israelites. So therefore, you have to go down as well. So just as much as this says America is going down, you could flip the script and say China is going down as well, because the Elamites are going down, the Moabites are going down, the Ammonites are going down, the Hamites are going down. All of y'all are going down. Cushites, Ethiopians, all of that. All of y'all are going down. Okay? That simple. You know, all 18 nations minus Israel or shit. Let me say that. All 18 nations are going down, because you got 2/3 of Israel that are acting like these heathens as well. We've seen that lately, you know. So therefore, you got to go down too. China's going down too, you know. So that's about all I have for this lesson. I'm gonna keep coming out with these little updates and stuff of what's going on in the world. So Lord willing, I was edifying. I want to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem Achakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone to rule and teach well. Peace of salutation to the elect 144 first fruit. Till the next time, I'll say shalom, and like always, repent, for Yahweh Shai is coming back sooner than what me and you believed. All right, shalom.